There's a lot of other Michael Salvis in the world, but I'm the. Thank you, sir. Give me a second. The other guy bailed or something, so I think I'm up here for quite a while, but I got to put my stuff down because I don't trust you guys. Yeah. Check 1, 2. All right, so the reason I just don't want this to get stolen. By get stolen, I mean taken back from the guy I stole it from. So just give me a sec. Good morning. How we doing, damn it? Yeah? That's cool. All these tech talks, you guys are in a woo mood. I love it already. Woo. Shout out to Miggy Crypto. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Now I get to just do crowd work. Because, yeah, the other guy I feel like I want to sit down, but I won't. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? My name is Mike Salvi. I'm a stand-up comedian. That's what I do for a living. So if you want to hire me or book me, I made it real easy to find me across the board on all social media platforms. I got the same name. So if you do like what you see, go ahead and follow me on the Cash App at the Mike Salvi. It's the best way to get a hold of me. I am the first stand-up comedian to ever make NFTs. I like that. Let's try that again. I'm the first stand-up comedian to make NFTs. I just want to hear you again. Oh. That's my friends. Never mind. I just tell you. Thank you anyway. So what's interesting is a lot of people ask me, especially as an artist, and whether it's stand-up comedy or whatever, start making NFTs, really, because you can protect your work, just like I have. I like to share this story because, so the joke I just told you, follow me on the Cash App, haha, very funny. I say that all the time. I said it at a comedy club a few weeks ago, and a comedian came up to me right afterwards and was like, yo, that was hysterical. That Cash App joke was great. The next week, he told the same joke verbatim. Now, I'm from Philly, and my friends don't play that kind of stuff. So they were like, yo, you gonna let that slide? It's like, hang on, I'm not gonna beat the guy up, look at me, okay? But what's cool is that joke was already minted as an NFT, so I was able to pull my phone out, pull my wallet up, and I walked him outside, and I was able to show him. I said, look, you see this NFT? And then I just beat him with my phone into the shape of a bag of laundry. I was like, don't you ever tell that joke again, okay? I want to address something, too. The next person that asks me if I'm with Solana, I might lose it. Take a look at my T-shirt. I know these beautiful lanyards are covering the E's. I'm not with Solana. I am paying homage to Selena. Como la flor. Con tanto amor, okay? So stop asking me. I like you guys a lot. What else about me? This guy over here, by the way, I gotta be honest with you. You guys are laughing. You guys are having a good time, so I do want to be honest with you. Eddie doesn't work here. I don't know anybody named Ed. He asked me how you get up on stage, and truthfully, with 1,500 speakers on the bill, I'm not sure how you don't get up on stage. Okay, but next time, just fill out the application. That's it, man. He did ask me how to get up here, and I just pointed to the back, and I said, look for the guy in green. Talk to Eddie. Yeah, Eddie's not saying nothing because Eddie doesn't exist. So yeah, I built the first stand-up comedy club in a metaverse on blockchain. Thank you very much. You could go to Comedyverse.io and check that out. It's interesting because the reason I did it was because when COVID hit and comedy came to a screeching halt, and just about everything came to a screeching halt, I needed somewhere else to go. So I finally realized, I tinkered around with a bunch of different metaverses, and I landed on CryptoVoxels, and that's where it's at. So you can go right to Comedyverse.io, walk around. To get the full effect, like we do live shows as avatars. To get the full effect, I drive all the way to my mom's basement, and I sit down, and she brings me milk, peanut butter and jelly, and it's amazing, and we have a virtually great time. Mom loves it. She's proud of me. I told her I was on Broadway, which I was last night. I was on the Broadway Comedy Club. But before that, see, my friends are loud, aren't they? But no, we were at the Broadway Comedy Club last night, and before that, I was doing street comedy, and that's the picture I sent to my mom. And I was like, this is the real gig. They think I'm like headlining Chorus Line. It's amazing when you tell your parents that you're going to be doing comedy on Broadway. My family's rooting for me. Speaking of that, the comedy club, by the way, so just to get back to this for a second, so we did it because of the shutdown, and the other coolest thing about it is I don't want to see your vaccination card. You can just walk right in. Nobody's going to look at your medical history. We don't care about any of that stuff. You can just show up, join. You can watch the shows for free. You don't have to join. You don't have to get NFTs, but you're welcome to because it certainly helps pay for my marijuana habit. which is why I sound like I've been eating fiberglass. I've been smoking weed since 6:30 this morning, so just give me a break. You know what's cool about New York is they have legal marijuana now, yeah? Yeah, see, I just had to double check because I'm not sure what those cards are on the street. They have a big leaf on them or whatever, but I'm from Philly. I'm from Pennsylvania. We still have lie to your doctor marijuana. You guys call it medical? Yeah. And I lied to my doctor. He just kicked me right out of the office because one of the things one of the ailments to get legal marijuana, or medical marijuana, is that you can have PTSD. I said, well, I got PTSD, doc. He said, how'd you get PTSD? I said, a couple weeks ago, I got arrested for possession of marijuana. They sent me in jail, and I spent the weekend there. It was very dramatic. He was like, dude, no, get out of my office. Doesn't work like that. But the first time I ever bought legal marijuana was in California. I got off the plane. I said to my taxi driver, take me to these legal weed spots. What do you recommend? He said, oh, there's a place right down the street called Oasis Gardens. Wait a minute. What is it called? Oasis Gardens? He said, it's called Oasis Gardens. What's the problem? Dude, I'm from Philly. The place I usually buy weed from is called 5th and Clearfield. You got to give me a second. They have a sign out there, too? This is insane. And we pulled into the parking lot. They had a door, a sliding door. You walk in, if you haven't done this, here's what you do. You hand them your license. You sit there for, I don't know, all but 2 minutes. Next thing you know, somebody comes and opens the door and they say, Mr. Salvi, what can we do for you? Mr. Salvi at the weed spot. Do you know what they call me at the weed spot in Philly? Officer. It's just something I have to deal with, and I get it. A lot of my friends ask me about crypto and like, what's it like to get into this? Basically, all they really want to know, like this is what it boils down to. You guys have friends that are outside of the crypto space? Yeah, all right, good. I want to make sure. No, but our friends outside of the crypto space, all they really want to know, like to them, it's like, how are you trading Super Mario Brothers coins for Sonic rings and pulling out of these parking lots in Ferraris? We don't get it. How are you doing this? I'm like, it's not that much different than anything else. And the cool part about the ownership is neat, but crypto's on a wild ride, and you got to be careful. There's cool things like airdrops. You guys like that, right? You wake up to your wallet, you get an airdrop. You got to be careful, though, because that's like having a great night, and then 9 months later, you get an airdrop. And what happens when you have to claim it? The gas fees are so high, it's like paying child support. You're like, you know what? Forget this. I can't see these kids until 3 weeks from now. And you got to be careful, too. Some of these things try to make comebacks, like ex-girlfriends you broke up with on purpose. All of a sudden, Ethereum Classic shows up in your wallet, like, hey, baby, remember me? Be like, no, yes, I do remember you. Not again. So that's my financial advice to you guys. Another little bit of financial advice, let go of this diamond hands crap, okay? I did the diamond hands thing. I got a friend that has diamonds on his hands tattooed. He probably wishes he didn't have diamond hands too, especially in the past couple weeks. Here's what diamond hands is. Real diamond hands, like when the lights cut out and you're calling Pico, like, hold on a second. Dogecoin is almost at 36 cents again. And they're on the phone like, no, it's at 4. You're like, just give me a couple weeks. I know it's gonna moon. Yo, you ever duck a 16-year-old landscaper at the age of 44? I have. That's diamond hands. I'm like hiding behind like these Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm like, Jimmy, just give me 5 more days, I swear. That's real diamond hands, ducking children that you owe money to. Crypto's been a wild ride too. You guys remember a couple weeks ago when we all could afford yacht parties? Yeah, that was interesting. I'm in the space all over the place, and I get spread out all over, and they send me to Miami and Austin. I was just in Consensus last week. Miami's interesting, especially with these rich people, because they're like, hey, why don't you come to these yacht parties? A yacht party, sure. And then they're like, yeah, you just got to buy this $28,000 NFT, and then you can come hang out on our yacht and maybe eat some crackers. Are you kidding me? I'm a comedian. At least buy me a slice of pizza. What's cool is my friends are weird, and they're rich too. So you know what we do with our money instead? I paid this guy $200, and he let me go out on his boat, and he drove me around. He let me smoke weed. He let me eat mushrooms, and we went right past the champagne guys on their yachts. That's the type of crowd I hang out with, so definitely make sure you follow me. I'm a good time. Before I get out of here, I want to mention, I'll just wait till they Sandman me off the stage. How about that? Yeah, they'll just wait. I quit my job because of cryptocurrency and because of NFTs. I did. I quit my job. What a mistake that was. Yeah. Same. And I'm on the phone with like two different things. I'm on the phone with Gold at 3 a.m. like texting her like, hey, what you doing? I miss you, baby girl. I'm on the phone with my bosses and stuff. It's bad. It's really bad. But I did, when I quit my job, I had enough. But I called and I was like, should I give you guys the, 2 weeks thing? I said, no. Could you imagine getting divorced and telling your wife, honey, I'm gonna leave you? And this is my 2 weeks notice, I'm gonna sleep on the couch for the next 14 days? No. So I did the same thing with my boss. I just called and said, I'm not coming back. And I gotta imagine to pursue my career, he's just probably looking at me like, this is like a clown quitting. And I'm like, that's exactly what it's like, like a clown. Like, just had enough. Like, look at me. I literally have to paint a smile on my face every day to come into work. That's gotta be a hard job as a clown, yeah? And then just like the day you've had enough, where he just, you just walk up to your boss. He's got them big feet, right? Those big shoes. You walk up to your boss and you're just like, I had enough. And you're trying to throw that thing out. You're like, you know what the heck with this job? All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Salvi. Make sure you follow us on the Comedyverse.io. I appreciate all your attention. I love you guys. Thank you all. Encore. Guess that's what you're getting. Encore. You want an encore? What do you want to talk about? Making crypto? No, I can't forget an encore. I'll just wait until they come and get me. Where's everybody from? Anybody from out of the country? Where at? Italy. All right. My last name's Salvi. My great somebody was born way over there, so that's about all we have in common, but that's nice to be here. All right. Anybody from Canada? Yeah? Do you smoke? Montreal. Has anybody seen, let me just say it like this. Has anybody seen a pack of cigarettes from Canada? If you haven't, look this up. This is all true. They're trying to deter people from smoking cigarettes. So what they do is on the packs of cigarettes in Canada, they put pictures of people dying from every cancer you could think of. Like an old man, it looks like E.T. on like a ventilator on the pack of these cigarettes. They have a picture of a little girl with black teeth. When did she start smoking? There's somebody that has a black foot. And if they're trying to deter people from smoking, it's not working because they're still selling, right? But maybe they're going to try something else. Maybe they're going to move on to alcohol. And alcohol, that just makes sense, right? But could you imagine on your 10-year anniversary, you and your boo, you sit down at a nice, beautiful picnic in the park, and then all of a sudden you pull out this bottle of 6-car pileup with 14 dead teenagers on the side of the road? You're like, I'm just trying to have a nice little anniversary. Condoms are coming too. Condoms are next. And I'm not just talking like the commercials. I'm talking like on the actual condom, like where you start to unravel it and you pull it down, and all of a sudden there's a picture of a kid with a black eye walking home from school with a D+ in his hand. Just a total disaster, and you're just looking down, you're like, we shouldn't do this. Hopefully that's what happens. How we doing over here? They're not even looking at me. They're like, just keep going, that's fine. You know what I saw the other night? Anybody see? I finally saw the 28th Spider-Man movie that they made. The one with Far From Home. I don't want to spoil nothing, but it's really cool if you haven't seen it. I noticed something very special about the Spider-Man movie. Most of you guys probably didn't notice this. By the way, this is an NFT. Spider-Man is more than just a superhero story. It's a story about puberty. I can see you get it already, because how did it start out? He was this puny little kid that everyone was picking on. And then all of a sudden, one day his body starts going through these changes, and he starts getting stronger. Right? Comes in tune with things around him, his spider sense, and it tingled. How many other body parts tingle? Okay? Yeah, and it tingled so much that all of a sudden this white sticky stuff was coming out of his body. I didn't make this up. Stan Lee did. Blame him. And what's the craziest part is that as he got older and he got stronger, he got dressed and he took it outside and he started saving the day with it. Mary Jane's falling off a building. He's like, gotcha. Now, Stan Lee's a genius for this, and I'll get out of here on this. What's Spider-Man's secret identity? What's his real name? Somebody call it out. Peter Parker. Peter Parker? That's parking as Peter and everything that he sees? Come on. This is all right there in the comics. Listen, my name is Mike Salvi. Thank you very much. Yeah, we good? Yeah. All right. Thank you. I love you. Yo, you guys are amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you.